I'm never doing Chris Reagan again. What is up, people? And today I've got something different for each and every one of you. It's not just an SJW, it's not even a feminist. It also just happens to be a Christian fundamentalist. But not just any old Christian fundamentalist. This is your Marks and Spencer's Christian fundamentalist. I mean, he's a racist fundamentalist. As in, this guy is so Christian and so racist that he thinks that people like me, mixed race people and people who are in mixed race relationships, cannot be. We are blasphemy. So don't take my word for it. Let him or her, because I don't know who it actually is, speak for themselves in this blog post. Take it away. America's Martyr. An elegant life by Jennifer, spreading positivity through Jesus Christ. Immediately, people, we know, at face value at least, what we're getting into. We're getting into, Bible Belt territory, Bible thumping, chest thumping Christian. Not the Mormons who are nice and happy and just want to talk to you about maybe joining their cult. Maybe. You get to wear a nice black Dacron tie and all that. No, we're not even talking about Presbyterians and fire and brimstone. No, we're not even talking about Catholics with hundreds of kids. No. We're talking about good old-fashioned, crazy, fundamentalist Christians from the good old USA. This is your 4th of July present, people. Scroll down, people, and Pandora's box is literally opened, although that's the wrong religion. And of course, look at that title. So patriotic, so American. Doesn't it make you feel proud to be an American? America's Martyr. No race mixing. Yeah, no darkies mixing with the whiteies. Hell no, we can't be having that. That's blasphemy. No good American, no true Christian American would ever have sex with another person who just so happened to be a little bit more darker. Now look at that woman. Look at her good. Keep that image in mind. And the sermon begins. Friends, I invite you to ponder the image above. The beautiful woman that is Christy Sheets. Christy Sheets. That is a Christy Sheets. That is a MILF porn star name. You couldn't make it up, people, could you? Why don't you come into my Christy Sheets? We can have some freaky, sceney Christy Sheets stuff. The Texas wife and mother who was being vilified in the media for shooting and killing her teenage daughters. Well, that just escalated quickly. That just went really dark. No pun intended. It makes for a great headline in the mainstream media, but what goes unsaid is even more powerful. A devout Republican and guns rights advocate, she's no doubt discovered that both of her daughters have been promiscuous and were sleeping with black boys, and she took it upon herself to put an end to that cycle. Well, you know what? Yeah, good on you. Yeah, how dare they do what humans do and have sex with other people? How dare they do what evolution told them to do, what they programmed them to do, to have sex with loads of different people that are of different genetic variations from them, because otherwise they'll be inbred. No, that's blasphemy, I tell you. Absolutely blasphemy. It's almost haram. How dare they have sex with other God-fearing Christian black boys? Because although they're Christians, they're not true Christians. Because they're black. Although that said, they might not be Christian. But come on, it's America, people. Chances are, she was brave enough to stand up and say, enough! Not in my house. And she should be lauded. Yeah, I reckon she ended those girls rightly. She ended them with great vengeance and furious anger because those black guys attempted to confuse and destroy her sisters and daughters. Race mixing is not only an ungodly thing, it causes such confusion and humiliation, not only for the children born of this sin, but for the grandparents who would have to carry this burden. It's only confusing to the children because on the one hand they've got a bunch of racists like you saying, you're not white, you're not one of us. And then you've got a bunch of racists on the other side, Black Lives Matter, Nation of Islam, it doesn't matter who, going, yous ain't one of us, we was kings. That's when it gets confusing for mixed race children, and for the grandparents, well, I assume they're just racist. But hey, you know what? I don't know anything about this because I'm only a quarter. So why don't we ask Muhammad Ali?
People to move in the neighborhoods, but clean their own neighborhoods. And another thing, when you say integration, it comes under intermarriage too, right? All being together.
Right, sure.
And I'm sure no intelligent white person watching this show, or no intelligent white man in his or her right white mind want black boys and black girls marrying their white sons and daughters, and in return introducing their grandchildren as half-brown, kinky-haired black people.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Mrs. Sheets was the picture of elegance, and I know she would not want to have to explain to her friends why she was carrying around a yellow mixed baby that her promiscuous daughters had created. Wow, and we thought they were dead. Well, they've just disappeared into the blogosphere, where they hope to just not be found and just be racist with each other. My subs are very smart people and very, very good at looking at things to see where the stupidity is, and they found it. And my god, I mean, firstly, if they're part black, they're not going to be yellow mixed. They're going to be, well, a chocolatey colour, or they could be white, they could be they could look exactly like the mother and father, depending on what race they are. They could look at anything, but they wouldn't be yellow mixed. It shows how little the person actually knows about what it's like to be mixed race, or how it works at all, because chances are they've only gone like down the street. They've probably just seen, like, I don't know, the occasional minority in their area, but they just kind of go, or just like stay in that general area. You see that a lot with communities that tend to keep themselves, and this is why, contrary to what a lot of them think, separate but equal doesn't work, because you are not equal, and tensions arise because you are separate. You are not together talking to each other and intermingling so that you cannot integrate with each other. It's ridiculous. But we must continue and not get ahead of ourselves, people. We've got to mock this as well, remember? Rather than be forced into this life of depravity and sin, she chose to go down, grasping her weapon in the name of God. As far as I'm concerned, she is a martyr for Christ. Amen. 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 I could not agree more, my friend. She is such a martyr that she committed infanticide, which I guess isn't quite against the rules, considering that Abraham nearly did it, but God decided, nah mate, just trolling. But in other news, I can't believe how turned on this guy or girl is with this woman who basically killed her daughters with a gun because they had sex with people that she doesn't like because of arbitrary reasons. And, you know, a gun rights advocate really has nothing to do with this. She's a crazy, crazy Christian who would kill her kids than see them have sex with anyone who isn't, well, like them. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. And she's a martyr? Only in religion could they defend shit while attacking other people for it. I reckon if an atheist did it, if they did this, they would not be defending them. They'd be like, atheists, they're full of sin, they got no morals. Double standards, people, double standards. Now, thankfully, it's a very small article, and he then quotes the woman, and she says, "It would be horribly tragic if my ability to protect myself and my family were to be taken away. But that's exactly what the Democrats are determined to do by banning semi-automatic handguns," she wrote in March, along with an anti-gun control video. No, this has nothing to do with what the Democrats want to do, what the NRA want to do, what the Republicans wanted to do. No, this is an excuse for you to kill your kids, okay? Because they had sex with someone that you don't like, because they just happen to be a different people to you. If this is what gun rights people on this side of the spectrum want, then no wonder you're losing. I mean, it's not your fault, the guys who are sane. I mean, these people use as propaganda anyway. How can she use that as an excuse to kill her own kids? I hope she gets put in prison for the rest of her life. I mean, she probably will be anyway, because she's not a young woman. But then again, I can see her getting a lenient sentence because of the prison gap, but we're not going to get into that. Let's continue with this dumb article. She was just your typical wife and mother, doing everything she could to protect her children from the promiscuous and sinful life that they had become sucked into. Or maybe these guys were their boyfriends and they were not being promiscuous. They could well have been monogamous. Who knows, they could have had sex before then, but they could have been their first time. They'd planned this for ages, in secrecy, like Romeo and Juliet. And now they paid the price, because their batshit crazy mum has found out, and wants to kill them, and has killed them, and now she's going to jail. But of course she doesn't see anything wrong with that, because we're separate, we're different, right? But we're equal. That's what it is, isn't it, people? They're not racist, but they just don't want to associate with them. You see, look, there's nothing wrong with finding a particular race unattractive, okay? That's not the issue. But she's killing them because she doesn't want her daughters to have sex with them. She's being an authoritarian. That is racist. Look, you don't have to find them attractive. You don't have to find me attractive. I don't care. All right. This shit crosses the line when you are writing miscegenation shit. I can't pronounce the word. I'm sorry. Basically saying that we shouldn't mix, as if we should be controlled by the state, ironically enough, to police how we have sex with people. And I just find this ridiculous. Before we slander her name, make her out to be a villain, I think we should take a moment of silence and appreciate her bravery and her devout will to die for Christ. Down! Sorry, people, I don't know what got ahead of me then. I'm sorry, but there's no other way you can paint this person other than a villain. How can you sit there and justify the killing of your own children, which is I mean, they're older children, but still, it's infanticide, is it not, people? How can he... it's Jen. She's got Jennifer, I guess. How can you sit there and justify this shit because you're a racist? Come on. I've met many racists, but I don't think even they would have stooped this low. I don't think so. I mean, there's not wanting to associate people, not liking them and hating them for arbitrary reasons, but then there's killing your own kids over it. I don't think even they would do that. This person is a special kind of crazy. I don't even think she's on drugs. This is the kind of crazy you can't get on drugs. This is just religious crazy, plus both these girls are not really here. They're not there. They're not here and there, not hither and thither. A martyr indeed, my friends. And glory be to God, as always, for He is in control. Hugs and kisses. Jen. Ooh, it sounds like a laughing witch is back. I'm only joking, alright? And that's the end of the article, people. It's just flagellation and trying to martyr this woman for loads of arbitrary reasons, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. If you want to be a racist, but this shit, bloody hell. Anyway, people, there's not much I can mock out of this any longer, so until next time, see you later.